Hi guys, it's your friend Ballistic B, and today we're going to be covering Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and everything that you need to know, absolutely everything about the new game based on beta play. You're also going to be seeing clips of my sick 30 kill merciless map on the beta. So we're going to be covering weapons, attachments, perks, field upgrades, new tactical and lethal equipment, kill streaks, my favorite loadouts, and show you everything so you can copy it yourself and blaze all of your maps. Let's go! Alright guys, so I should point out that everything you're seeing right now is based on the Vault Edition of the game that I purchased. So you're seeing the Vault Edition Ghost character skin, and you're going to be seeing some of the other characters that are available in the Vault Edition, in addition to the extra player that you will get for playing the beta. If you did that, you'll also be seeing the beta guns that you got as a reward for those. Now, as we're going through, you're seeing all of the different weapons, from assault rifles to subguns, a new interesting class of gun that we haven't really experienced much in Call of Duty, battle rifles, which is kind of a hybrid between an assault rifle and a tactical rifle. A lot of firepower downrange, but a whole lot of recoil. And they tend to do a little bit better in semi-auto than full auto because the recoil is kind of crazy in full auto with the battle rifles right now. Now, as we're moving on, you're going to look at the new way that they have the perks set up. Now, you'll notice to the left, those are the perk packages from left to right, right? But to the left, you've got the perks that you initially start out the map with. Then, as you go to the right, you've got perks that you're going to acquire slowly throughout the map. Now, obviously, these are things like Ghost, things that are going to be acquired a little more slowly, so they're a little more valuable perks. Now, you can set up, at least in the beta, your loadouts, as you can see, custom loadouts, and you can set up your custom perks right from the beginning, and you can load them out the way that you want. Any way you want, you're just going to have to deal with waiting on those cooler, more useful perks on towards the middle or end of the maps. Alright, so jumping into the tacticals, you can see you've got a lot of cool things, including the shock stick, which you can throw out to shock people and basically keep them in one place getting shocked for a little while. The other cool thing the shock stick does is it makes them fire their weapon repetitiously as if their finger is locked down, shocking them, convulsing on the trigger. So it will not only shock them and keep them there so you can get to them, but it will alert you of their presence and where they're at when they're getting shocked. Now you see some of the lethals. We've got some pretty cool things, including the drill charge, which is basically a way of allowing you to get campers out of rooms or people out of areas where they're hiding behind a wall. You throw this at the wall, it burrows into the wall, and it creates a massive blast on the other side, large enough to take someone out that is in a room that is nowhere near that wall. So those things can be potentially maybe a little overpowered, but very useful at working on campers. Now, most of the rest of the tacticals are pretty much what you'd expect, Semtex, C4, proximity mines, but then there's the throwing knife, which I'm so happy to see back in the game. You can equip this, throw it, or once it's equipped, use it as a one-hit melee weapon as well. Alright, now let's get into the field upgrades. One of the most interesting parts of the new game. So many cool and different field upgrades. You'll see some that you do remember: deployable cover, which may be nerfed or taken out at some point. Tactical insertion, trophy system, dead silence is now a field upgrade. So that's a little different, not a perk. Portable radar, which works pretty good. Battle rage, so you're sucking on some good juice to get yourself going there. Loadout drop, which is relatively useless. Suppression mines, which don't really work that well or suppress people for that long. And then there's the tactical camera. Now, this amazing new field upgrade for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is going to present tons of new strategic opportunities in each one of your maps. And if you want to find out absolutely everything you need to know about it, click on the button in the top right hand corner of your screen and check it out. Alright, now moving on to some of the other new and innovative field upgrades, you're going to see a smoke airdrop That's where you can actually deploy a smoke cover along a linear path in each one of your maps. And then the inflatable decoy, which I'm going to go ahead and tell you is completely and totally useless. If somebody figures out a great use for this, God bless them, I'd love to see it. But you throw out this package, it just sits there. I'm not even completely sure how it inflates. I think it inflates based on the proximity of an enemy coming near it. But they usually can hear it inflate. And I have seen these things in front of me and never shot at a single one of them before. So I'm not sure they're useless at all. The anti-armor rounds could be, again, anti-camper devices. There's lots of things like that that have been added into this game to slow the gameplay down, allow the average gamer to have an easier time, not just the fast Twitch gamers. And I think the anti-tank rounds and the drill charges are good uses of new tactical equipment and new field upgrades to help slow the game down and make it more playable for everybody. Alright guys, for this next portion, I'm just going to lead you through the absolutely massive number, look at all of these, of attachments for each one of the weapons that's in here. I'm going to try to show you everything we've currently got. It looks like all the attachments are there. Not all of them were opened up. You can't see all of them. Some of them say classified, so we're not completely sure what's in there. But I counted, I think, 39 different attachments for one particular area. I think it was muzzles, if I remember correctly. It's just absolutely unbelievable. They have basically thrown in the kitchen sink into this game so that you can do all kinds of cool and new things and have just about every single type of attachment, weapon, field upgrade, lethal, tactical, you name it, it's going to be in here. Even though you guys don't see it, by the way, it's also going to have shields and a combat knife at some point that you're going to be able to attach as primary for the shield most likely and a secondary most likely for the knife. They were not in the beta. They do not appear on the screen, but they are coming. So I'm just going to let you guys take a look at all of these different attachments, all of the different things that you can get into, and check it out. It's going to take a little while. Okay, whoa, are you guys still with me? Now we're going to get on to all of the cool kill streaks. Man, we've got everything. UAVs, bomb drones, counter UAVs, cluster mines, which are one of the best kill streaks in the game. Check those out. They are a great low-level kill streak. When you put those down, they launch multiple bombs up. You just hear nothing but explosions, and anybody that is nearby gets taken out. It doesn't just take out the one guy that walks over top of it. Of course, we've got stealth fighters. We've got emergency airdrops, chopper gunners, gunship, advanced UAV. Oh yeah, and look what's coming. Juggernaut's back. I cannot honestly believe they've thrown everything into this game. As I said, it's unbelievable. Look at all the different vehicles. We've got new vehicles like a true tactical vehicle, a hatchback just to shoot at or run into stuff or do crazy things with. We've got a regular SUV, which looks to be a Jeep Cherokee, but we've got a heavy tank, a light tank, an APC. That's not all. We've got a light helo, a heavy chopper, then water warfare is back. Oh my god, I'm so excited about this. So we've got actual boats in the maps as well. Alright guys, let's get into the characters and all of the skins. Now don't forget, some of these characters are going to be things you can only acquire when purchasing the Vault Edition, and that's the Ghost variants under Spec Gru. primarily. Now, it's well worth it because don't forget, you're not going to get characters or weapons from the previous Call of Duties to play in this game or in Warzone 2, which is coming in November. Check out the Twitter account if you want to find out all the new information on everything in R-Season Gaming. Now, as you can see, there's not that many right now. There should be a whole lot more that open up. And there was also the Collision skin variant for the base variants of some of these characters that opened up by playing the beta. So as we're moving forward, looking through some of the other things, you can see some of the different things in the top right-hand corner of the screen that you can click on to help you understand exactly how to navigate your way through the game right from the beginning, how to invite people through social and everything else, player cards, emblems, all that's coming up. As we're doing that, let's talk a little bit about some of the new things in the game, including diving, slide canceling, water warfare coming back, the ability to modify receivers, and scaling ledges. Now, in particular, the diving, the slide canceling, all of this stuff, it's functioning pretty slowly right now. They're trying to slow down the game to make it better for the average non-fast twitch gamer, which I think is really cool, but it does feel a little clunky. I expect that that's going to speed up as we move forward. Water warfare is coming back in some of the what are essentially combined arms maps that you can already play without going into Warzone. Large areas, you respawn, very similar to combined arms. You can actually already swim in the beta in some of the water, go underwater. It seems like one of the biggest deals there and differences between Blackout is that you can stay underwater for longer periods of time than I recall in the Combined Arms or Blackout matches. Now, in addition to that, you can modify receivers. Now, what I mean by that is you can take the basic receiver, which is essentially a certain, they're equating that with being a certain caliber of firearm, right? And you can take all of the attachments that you want and then just flip out the receiver. So you may have all the attachments on a certain gun, but go, I don't like this caliber. I don't want a 5.56. I want a SOCOM, right? I want to go into a different caliber of weapon. I want a 50 cal. I want whatever in there. If it's applicable, you can just switch the receiver out and keep all of the attachments the same. So super cool thing that you can do there that is totally new and revolutionary. And then scaling ledges. Now, this is something I thought was going to be really cool. I thought you were going to be able to mantle things more easily, jump up, scale ledges, run across laterally from left to right, jump off the ledge, and then jump up into a second story or third story window. And there were going to be all these cool opportunities. Right now, the coolest things I've seen someone do is when I saw Geeky Pastimes jump on a ledge on the back of an APC and ride it down the road. And that is, you know, Teen Wolf. If you haven't seen it, check out the movie. It's old school, but it's cool. That is Teen Wolf skateboarding behind a car level. Interesting, but not even remotely, I think, a strategy that's really going to be useful in the game. They have to get the ledge work more useful. Right now it is super clunky. You cannot even scale left to right, much less really jump off of things, and it's very clunky between the time that you jump to scale and then jump over whatever the obstacle is. Alright guys, that's it for me. I am out and exhausted. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, but more importantly, subscribe and tell everybody you know about the channel. Guys, we're here for you, the average gamer, to help you out. We're not fast Twitch pros, but we're going to help you out with all of the best strategies and knowledge to help you compete with anybody and blaze and dominate through your maps. Enjoy Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Check us out on Twitter and bash that B button on your screen right now to subscribe. Be safe, be fun, and believe.